the beginning was the Word. The Word was with God, and the Word was God. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, so that we shall not perish, but have everlasting life. For our sake he made him to be sin, who knew no sin, so that in him we might become the righteousness of God. For we are his handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's stream, where we're going to be doing something I have not done before, just a creative building stream, because I really want to, in my next episode of A Little Bit Extra, I'm going to be building an observatory here, and I would like to design it, and I also have Axiom. So I want to try to use Axiom and try to figure it out. So, yeah, we're going to try that. But before we get started any of that, let's go ahead and pray. So without further ado, let's bow our heads. Dear Lord, thank you for today. Thank you for letting me be able to stream. Just pray that everything goes well and smoothly, and that I'll be able to glorify you with this. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, turn on all the sounds. All right, I don't know how to really get this working. I think I have to... Right. Set up symmetry, erase, extrude, smear, stack, clone, move. Okay, we don't want to do any of that. Right, this is the angel block. Oh my. Okay, so we have that. So, look at that. I could just place a block in the air. Wow. Okay. We're going to place that there. And then we want to... Oh, no. I just want... No, that's not quite right. Yes, that's what we want to do. There we go. Oh, yeah. That's exactly what we want to do. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at that. Now we have a platform to work off of. First steps. We have a platform. Okay. Now we want to do... I forgot what the button was. Hold up. I didn't remember what the editor button is, so we need to go into the editor. So I'll go UI editor. I knew it was one of those. Bonk. Okay. Right. Okay. So we want a shape. And we want a cuboid. We want this to be the main part of the house. Okay, I understand. Skip. Okay. Oh, perfect. I can just move it around like this. Okay. So we want... Let's just have this... Okay. Don't really want... Dang it! Ah! Alright guys, so that's currently my big challenge, is making sure I don't press E every time I want to fly, because I animate with my animator, and E and Q are up and down. So every time I want to fly, I keep pressing E. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. Is there a way that I can do... Yes, separate X. Maybe there. So now if I go somewhere, okay. So we have a square. I know, it's exciting. This is going to be the main house. And then I want to put a cylinder off the back. Like so. Ooh, okay. $20 maybe? That feels really big. I kind of liked 15. I think 15 is good. That's a little bit too much in. Okay, and then height. I want to make it to about there. Hollow. I guess I should have made the square hollow as well. Let's just roll with it. Oops, wrong button. Okay. Right. And then this is, in fact, hollow. Good. Oh yeah, the flying through blocks is kind of crazy. Unfortunately, I really should have made this hollow. Okay. But that's my bad. I'm still learning how to use Axiom, okay? So far, I'm just very excited about the fact that I was able to make these two. Okay. I do think I may be getting under the weather a little bit. Then, yeah, I'm probably getting sick, which is unfortunate. But it is what it is. But I won't let that stop me for recording my next episode. I'm actually quite excited to build this. Welcome into Knowledge. How are you doing today? Unfortunately, I made this square, and I did not make the square hollow. So I'm hollowing it out myself. Okay. And then we obviously need a way into... Oh, no. Into here. Cool beans. Oh. Okay. Knowing where I could break things is good. Very tired, gonna lurk while I lunch. Alright, you enjoy that. It's fun, I don't really need to do that. There is a replace function. Oh, I guess I can get rid of this as well. This inner there. Okay, cool beans. So now we have this. The two shapes. Alright, let's put a circle on top of this. Is it possible to make it? Isn't an option for a dome, is there? No. Okay. Let's just make this out of die, right? Because we want to see... This is for the dome. I don't... Yeah, die right's fine. Yeah, I think that's good. The issue, of course, is... Hold up, hold up, hold up. This makes it really easy to do things. Look at that. Oh, we know. Oh, yep. Let's turn that off, so we don't accidentally place blocks all over the place. That's gonna be like the hard thing, is remembering what to do and what not to do. Okay. There we go. Look at that. Right, and then we want to turn that off, so that way we can place blocks normally. Okay. We have a rough shape. Okay. It's probably going to just be easier to break and place these. So let's start getting in some foundations. Let's start building some of that. Oh. Slash game rule do mob spawning false. Now slash effect give the goal destroy strength infinite. Cool. Okay, good news. This was hollow. I don't actually need to fly up to all of this, because I can reach it from here, but it gets very hard to aim. Oh no. This is why you fly up to it. Anyhoozle. Get all of this done and dusted. Oh boy, okay. I am not naturally a creative builder, as in, like, I don't use creative mode to build very often. In fact, it's very rare that I do. And in fact, I almost am always doing it by hand, right? So I probably, you know, if I didn't have Axiom, I would have just built it by hand. But of course, I want to learn how to use this, because this seems like a very versatile mod. Hold up, let me... Right. Gotta remember these things. But I gotta also remember not to destroy. Okay. So get rid of that. Put that there. Okay, cool beans. Want to do that? Ah. Maybe I should be doing this where I can't break anything else if I look this way. That is so handy. And just destroy that. Okay. 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 I feel like that's a good height. I don't know. Let's go ahead and grab some deep slate. I was thinking deep slate tiles. For now, we'll just work with deep slate tiles. We'll worry about things like texturing afterwards. I want to get a rough outline of this thing first. Ah, it's so frightening. I think just an A-frame for this one will do. I really want most of the attention to be for the, whatchamacallit. Okay. No, I think that's very good. make sure that I don't do that by accident. Man, this sure is convenient. Oh, so -10. That's useful to know. Look at that. And just like that, I have a roof built. Oh, gotta be careful of that. Yeah, the flying through blocks does kind of make things difficult in some ways. Okay. Wow. Look at that. Look at that. We have a roof built in like 3 seconds. That's exciting. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. I don't want to play this. I need... I need a cartography table. Okay. Okay, a lot of the details on the top, which is very unfortunate, so that's not actually going to help me. I wanted to make the dome look like the sides of a cartography table, but obviously it's just wood, so that doesn't really help. This does feel like a 2-story house, though, or something like that, right? You know, this is quite spacious. Though I will say I probably will do that. Give this a porch. Maybe. Maybe not. I think a chimney is in order. And I have a cool, I'll just use granite for now. I have a cool idea for what I want to do with that. I think I just want to put it like right here on the side. I don't know what I mean. Just want to make sure, yeah. Okay. And then... Okay. Okay. Campfires at the top. If you're wondering why I'm not doing this, it's because it doesn't work for some reason. I really don't know why that happens. But it does. So I have to do it the good old-fashioned way. Now, I saw this on an actual building, and I want to see how good it's going to look. If I just... Okay, it doesn't look good with that in the background. But we'll leave that there, and we'll see if that looks good. I saw a house that kind of had something similar like that going on. Just add a little bit of that. What do I want to use? I don't know what color I want the walls to be. Probably not stone. Oh, okay. Fair. If you did a little bit of this action. Interesting, I can't place, even though I'm technically just floating. think? What do we think? I don't like that. Oh, what if I just did regular tough? Yeah, it's probably going to be better. And then what's this block? What's this? Force place? Okay. We don't want to use... Yeah, we don't want to use these, like, some of these, yeah. We don't want to use. Because we're planning to put this in survival, so we can't use things like Tinker, which, like, keep things in its original spot, right? We want to make sure that isn't the case. Okay. So we have the floor in. Spruce door, I guess. Let's do, okay, here. Me out. Okay. Okay. And I guess we'll just do this for now. Okay. This mod can be a little laggy when you're doing everything. Oop. Yeah, I guess I can. Okay, yeah. See that? That's where this is not great for directional placing, but that's okay. Do a little bit of that action. Okay. I kind of do like this. It's very interesting because it was a brick chimney and then there was just random like gray splotch on it. But I don't know if this is too big or if the chimney is too small. I don't know. I honestly don't really like it that much. I don't know. I feel like the bigger splotch was better. Okay. I think a classic note block across the top probably is the best option. Man. Accept. Okay. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Very homey vibes. I kind of like the hominess of this, and then you'll just have the observatory just kind of packed on in the back. I think that'll look kind of cool. Okay, what if we used jungle? What if we just did this? Ah? Oh, I actually really like that. That looks kind of cool. Man, I wish there was an easier way to do that. Okay. So something a little like that. Ow. Nah. That ain't it. That ain't it. Creative building is hard. I don't... Like, you see all those people who do, like, all the huge builds and everything. And I'm like, how? This is so difficult to get... to make it look good. And I'm not the greatest builder either, so it's, like, even harder. Okay, well, let's move on to the roof again, because I have ideas. Again, break up the roof every once in a while with solid blocks. Oh, maybe not there. But we can do a little bit of that action. Okay, maybe not there either. There. Yeah, that gives us some variety. And then we can pull some of these. Give it some extra color. Okay. Not terrible. I don't hate it. Okay. That adds variety. Yeah, that adds variety. I like that. Okay. I don't worry about that. Okay. I don't know why I'm worrying about the interior. It doesn't really matter that much. But ta-da! We're gonna have the villagers in the actual observatory itself, so they'll be like in a circle over here. So this is where... And I think... I think this will be the floor. Very, very observatory-like, I would say. Maybe. I haven't been to too many observatories. But that's okay. Okay, anyways, that's not... We need to worry about the outside of this. This looks very blurry. I need, how do I spice this up? I'm like trying to think of like what would B-double-O do? Put a tree right in front of it. I don't want that to be the cop-out, you know? Alright, let's think about the observatory itself. Right? This will actually be rotated. Right, because the house will be here. An observatory there. I don't know why I built it on the opposite of this, but that means... There's gotta be opening... in the middle for the telescope to go through. Which does also mean we'll need a telescope. Oh, that's gonna be the scariest part. Okay. Okay. Let me look up observatories. Okay. What was it? Oh, yeah. We're looking up observatories. Observatory. I just need images of observatories. These are also futuristic. Okay, but one thing I'm noticing is that not just with this, but I think I should beef it out. Actually, that does help. Okay. And that's just for shape. Oh, I actually really like the way that one looks. And that one's made of brick. But we could also cover it in greens. I'm looking at, like, the McCormick Observatory. Oh. Aha. That one was made of stone. I'm also looking at, like, from Breath of the Wild, the Akala tech thing. That one was more broken down, which obviously ours is not. Which is more made of stone. Doesn't really... This is why I don't like looking up stuff, because it doesn't really help me, because, like, half the time it's either stuff I can't build, or it's just very bland and boring looking. I need to know how to make it exciting. Ooh. What if we did make it white, but we made it stained white, the same way BOO makes things look stained? Hold. You know, it does white stain. I would really like to see it. I want to see his the factory. Yeah, that. Oh yeah. Perfect. What a beautiful image. Okay. So use bone blocks as the main body, and then used sand, oak, stripped oak, sand, sandstone, stripped oak, and stuff. Okay. This is where world edit would be useful, because I could select the area and then replace the stone with bone blocks. The issue is would their rotation be correct? And that's where I don't know. Though, what I could do... Hold. Problem solved. Problem solved. Oh, yeah, baby. Okay. Problem solved. Axiom is just that good that we can just use Axiom to do this. Okay. I really want this telescope to be epic looking. I believe I do have the Hermitcraft Worlds download, so... Oh, okay. Okay, so 11. Okay, never mind. I wanted to see if I could just select everything, but I could not. Ooh, woo. Okay. Ta-da. Okay. Oh, boy. Oh. Okay. This is where things get hard. So we need sand, sandstone, and then the woods. So basically, this is going to be brutalist, according to B-dubs. Okay. Thank you for the fallen, Uran. How you doing? How you doing? Okay. Oh, I forgot about these bits. That's fine. We can just plonk her right down in there. Oh, let me shrink. That is actually good to know where that goes. But I think I will bring this down in the interior to there. And then I don't know, have this wrap around or something. It doesn't matter. That's not what we're here for. Okay. Okay. I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself? I'm trying to get this brutalist kind of style. Very difficult. Why does his look so good? Think it's too much? It's probably too much. Where am I from? Why do you need to know? See, that's the issue with this one. Okay, let me use the birch instead. I don't know. This isn't working out like BOO's builds are. Why does his look so good? I quite literally could copy, because I'm looking at one section of his wall. It's a 5-block wall. And I could copy exactly what he did. I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna see if it'll look better. Okay. So we have 3 there. That. Oh, no. That all the way. Not there. And then it goes. Oh, wow, that actually worked. Okay. So, 1 under there. Okay. Do that. And this goes down. How many blocks? 2, 3. So that goes 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And then over on the other side, we have. And then. Nope. Like so. Whoop. Zoop. I don't know. Then again, meetups normally goes from far away, so let's fly even further away. But how far away are we really going to be looking at it from now? It does look better. Okay, so I think I need to tone it down, actually. I was doing a little bit too much. Okay. It's growing on me. It's growing on me. This doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look too bad at all. Now, I don't know what I want to do for the dome. Originally I wanted to do copper, but obviously we're building this whole thing so we can get copper, so we can actually build up this roof, which unfortunately the world that had the build of this roof is gone because I made a new copy and deleted the old one. So I need to redesign it, but I know what it looked like to a degree, yeah. That's actually where the telescope's going to be peeking out from. Let me see if I can get mushroom blocks. Yeah, these. Oh, how would that look if I, like, shove those in there? Not very good. Yeah, that doesn't really work out. Sadly. Okay. Like this. Okay. And then from the ground, we have what? Oak leaves? when in doubt, throw in some bushes. Might just actually fix the issue. I'm not gonna lie. Already, I'm liking it a lot better with all the green. Oh, yeah. In fact, it may be better to have acacia leaves. Ooh, sprinkle it. Ooh. I quite like that. And then we can grab some of the flowering ones and put that in. Ooh, but not like that. Put that in every once in a while. Could really liven the place up a bit. Oh my gosh. Now we're talking. Okay, I don't need that anymore. This looks very good. I like that. I like that. And then we could also add, like, trees around it. You know what I mean? That might also help, is if we cover it up more than anything. Like, leave it bland. I like that. Now for the roof. By far the most challenging piece of the puzzle. How do we want to do the roof? Originally, I was thinking copper. And I still kind of think copper would be the way to go. And then we can mix in some of the other pieces of copper. Okay. Okay, it does look like a telescope. And the telescope will be going out the back. I gotta keep remembering that. And then we can go ahead and grab some of this stuff. Why do I keep turning like the one that should probably stay? I like that. Slightly rusted down, and that explains why. Explains why this is all I like the way that it is. I like this. I think that looks pretty cool. Now, as for the interior, I'm thinking this should be down by 2 blocks. That way the telescope has room to peek out. But as how you get in here, that part I don't know. That's a good question. A good spiral staircase would probably be the option. Now, the question would be, how exactly would we go about doing that? Get rid of that sand. Right, so you come in and like, okay, so here's the house itself. We can put this here just to add some continuity. I actually kind of like that. This bit here. Be a walk-in. This is also going to be where we house all of our villagers. Which I thought it would be a little bit bigger, but I think we could still get to. Now we could do, as I said, spiral staircase. Though we may want to start it that way so it comes up here, because remember, telescope will be out here. So if we find, like, the center. Need walls. I have an idea. Probably won't look very good. Yeah, that didn't work out. Okay. Oh, I have another idea. That's gotta be something I gotta be careful of. this is where things are gonna get expensive. Where can I find myself? Ooh, what if we did natural gold? Kind of hate every bit of that. Is tinted glass in here? It is. Doesn't actually look horrible. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it could just be more circular. But the other thing is, I kind of feel like it should be more pointed up. Actually, smaller could be better. It might look more proportionate. I like the original design better. How do I make this looking up? That's the part that's getting me held up. I want this to look up. What if I do this? think just the tinted glass will do. Actually, that I think looks pretty good. Oh, but we do kind of have to fix this. Yeah, that actually doesn't look too bad. The question is... we most likely... should have this coming down to the ground. I just realized I could have done this easier. I'm still getting used to Axiom, okay? We could. Again. Right. That way it makes sense that... Oh. That actually kind of gives us the solution now. Where did I put that? Where did I put that trap? Yeah. Okay. We should probably make that a full block then. There we go. Now you have a way to get up to the telescope room. And it kind of makes sense. Because it's like, okay, you have the actual pillars that hold the telescope up. The end. Ah! That makes more sense. Nice safety rail to ensure you don't die. Perfect. Alright, wonderful. So now you have a way to get up to the actual telescope itself. And we could use this upper section stuff. Now, I was actually thinking that could outline the room. I can leave that like that. I don't know why, but it just makes sense to have this like that. I don't know, like that's actually what's holding this up. Okay. And then when you get up here, it's like, oh, okay, these are the pillars that hold that up. Very nice, very nice. Alright, now we gotta figure out the holding. So you can have 1, 2, 3, 4 on that side. One, two, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 12 of them in here. Which is actually a lot of cartographers. Yeah, let me move this guy there. That way it's symmetric. I actually think that kind of works. Once again, I feel I don't know what to do for the house to make the outside of the house look more interesting. Oh, and the other thing is there's literally no lights in here. So we could probably fix that by... A cool idea. How to make it work, though? Oh, it's lower than a regular block. I mean, I guess it's fine. I know I have my gamma on anyways. I think that'll look a lot better than the actual walls, just because it's very, very white. A little too white, if you know what I mean. It's too bright in here, you know? I think this will make it nice and dark. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. And then, of course, the villagers will be blocking the actual white part. And then look at that, you come up right to where you'd look. And then you walk back down. And there's all the villagers. Okay. The observatory is pretty much done. Other than, of course, the fact that this house is really boring. Could add a window here. That's always fun. It helps a little, but like this has the chimney on it, so I can't really do too much there. My least favorite thing, a blank wall. I don't know how to fill up blank walls, especially ones that are on the outside. Okay, time to get some help from Craft Season 9. Oh wait, it's Season 7. Beat-ups has his town. Right. That does complicate things. Because, of course, Beat-ups built this, which is one giant structure. Unfortunately, not exactly what I was after. That's slightly horrifying. Okay. Because this is a very steampunk world. Okay, well, that didn't work out. I forgot it was Hermitcraft Season 9. Well, I knew it, but I forgot that it wasn't what I was looking for. I don't know, man. Okay. Actually, okay, so we'll definitely have to build out more land. Yeah, bruh. I hit the wrong one. That's very annoying. Alright. Do it again. Ta-da! Now, it is in the world. One minor problem. It's floating. That is problem. Okay. I actually probably should have left those 2 pieces in there. Can I? Okay. Let's try this one more time. But I'm going to leave these in here because I realized that that would be useful for when I use Lightmatica. That's actually kind of a nice placement. Nice. Okay. 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 There we go. So we gave it a little bit of a platform to sit on. Alright. Very, very nice. I'd want to fix this hole anyways. Oh. Right, I forgot. I could break things from this far. I could literally go... Let me break that. Oh, hold on. Let me place that back. Talk about micro. It's very hard to tell what's going on. Nah. Anyways. We then need to terraform this to be better. And I honestly think... Let's see, because, like, from down here... Ooh, that does look good, though. Just sitting off in the distance. And then, of course, you walk up to it. You most likely have a pathway through here. Oh, yeah, that looks kind of cool. And then you're in. Ah. Didn't realize that was the thing. The grass came with it. Nice. Anyhoozle. Very nice. We have it. And then we have where all of those guys will go. And we just got to put them in there. Cool beans. That was actually a lot faster than I thought it would be to build this thing. But here we are. And I think that's just going to do it for today. A nice 1 hour and a half stream. I did what I wanted. I got the house built. This is looking very nice. We learned how to use Axiom a little bit better, and we got a house built there. Oops, sorry. Put that back. That right there is just really cool. They're just like, okay, let's micro detail. Wait. Hold up. Before we end, I have to know. Where would it be? Where would it be? Telescope. There we go. Okay, but we could theoretically... Oh. Okay, why is it doing that? Go all the way. Aw, yeah. We can super micromanage. We could just be like, okay. I'm just gonna take off a couple of those trees. That's kind of crazy. Anyways, yeah. That's it. We can go ahead and end today's stream, because that's all I really wanted to get to and get done. Mute the desktop. We can see who is currently live to raid. Let's raid Monkeys, who's currently live playing Satisfactory. Oh. What? Hold up. Oh, I capitalized it. That's why it didn't work. All right. Let us raid on over.